What if I told you a completely made-up story once led to the conquest of an entire empire? This is the tale of a myth so powerful, it reshaped the continent forever. Long ago, before any European explorer set foot in the heart of the Americas, there was a story. A legend passed from one village to another, growing more incredible with each telling. It spoke of a land, a place filled with gold, rivers that shimmered, cities with walls made of precious metal, and at its center, a king, covered head to toe in gold dust. That king was called El Dorado. But here's the twist, El Dorado wasn't a place at all. Originally, it was a person, a tribal leader from the highlands of South America. Before important rituals, he would cover himself in gold dust and dive into a sacred lake. Gold wasn't just treasure, it was a holy offering to the gods. Spanish explorers heard whispers of this golden king, but like most things whispered across oceans, the story twisted. In Europe, the tale transformed into something else entirely, the lost city of gold, hidden somewhere in the New World. And that's when obsession took over. Driven by greed, countless expeditions set out to find it. These weren't small groups. They were massive parties of men, soldiers, and supplies. Many died of starvation, disease, and in brutal battles with local tribes. But they didn't stop. The most famous of these treasure hunters was Francisco de Orellana. He journeyed deep into the Amazon, chasing shadows of gold and glory. His crew starved. They fought. They turned on each other. And still, the myth led them forward. But El Dorado was never there. Meanwhile, something more dangerous was happening. As the Spanish chased the golden dream, they stumbled upon powerful empires. One of them was the Inca Empire, rich in culture, rich in resources. And yes, rich in gold. The Spanish, led by Francisco Pizarro, used the myth as fuel. They believed that Inca's wealth was proof that El Dorado must be real. They kidnapped the Incan ruler, Atahualpa, and demanded a ransom in gold. Room after room was filled with treasure. But even after the ransom was paid, Atahualpa was executed. The myth had already done its damage. What began as a sacred ritual of one man in one village turned into an excuse for full-scale conquest. An empire collapsed. Entire cultures were wiped out, all because of a story that was never true. But here's the strange part. Even after centuries of searching, no one ever found El Dorado. Not a city, not a map, nothing. It was always a mirage, a myth so real, it led to the downfall of one of the greatest empires in history. And yet, to this day, people still search for it. If you like this dose of bizarre facts, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me the strangest thing you've ever learned in history. Who knows, it might end up in the